Hello, all. Welcome back to Melanin Madam. I hope you're having an amazing start to your week. If you enjoyed Halloween over the weekend, tell us what you were in the comments and if you have any plans for the actual Halloween. On the way in, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Most of all, comment. Listen, let me tell you something. Come in close, family. Please, I'm begging you, stop texting me after the show. Put it in the comments. Don't write me via text, inbox, any of those things. It would greatly help me if you would put it where you saw it, because then that helps me to get in an algorithm and become famous like the famous people you know. And then I'm going to say a little shade because I don't have sense, especially people that ask to borrow money. If I help you, you probably want to help me make more money so I can help you more, because your girl is living the Trump life like everybody else. So I'm going to have the guest for tonight introduce herself. She'll be braiding her hair tonight. So if you want to zoom in and get a little tutorial, please make sure you do so. Des?
Hey guys, it's Delicious, and I'm Delicious Dilemmas, and we are here to braid my hair and talk about this tea. And I cannot wait to get into it. I'm excited and I'm ready.
Not braid your hair, not get into the tea. Okay, so tonight's topic is going to be about the lady in the white wedding dress on TikTok. Her name is Kiki. So, once again, Royals, something tragic has become entertainment for whatever reason, and it's just not healthy. A woman's cry for pain, her marriage, her mistakes. She's live streamed it in real time, and the internet is going to do one of two things. Half is going to be giving applause, and the other half is going to be giving judgment. But let's talk about the reality of what's really happening. And when private pain goes public before it should, like you're supposed to pray first, go through it first, work it out. If you don't process the pain, different things can happen. So before we even get started, let me show you the clip of Kiki and her first, one of the first clips that came out, and her expressing what she was going through. And we'll go from there. Where's the clip? It's not there. Oh my gosh. Let me see. That is horrible. Let me see. I could get it up there right now. So, child, let's keep going. I'll come back to the clip. I'll upload it on my other phone. I'm not quite sure what happened. But of course, in the world of tech, it's always something. But I can get right to it. So let me tell you what it was about. So it was her going live in her wedding dress and saying that she's having, different problems. He apparently had cheated. They've only been married for 6 months. She can't believe this is happening to her. And she ended up having him arrested. Well, the police was called, and when they got there, she said she didn't want them arrested, but some states, if the police come for domestic violence, then whether you want it to or not, is going to be there. You don't have a choice. And for the most part, some people believe you knew that already. So you knew that it wasn't your choice when you made the decision to call the police, and you had your friends record it. So I will play that one, and then we will jump right into the topic while I load this one. Here we go.
I don't want to be the one. No, my dad took it already.
Okay,
Yeah,
dad.
Let me just summarize this for you. Okay. Love is when you love somebody, you don't assault that person
For real, it's bad.
to the point that having a knife
What this grinded that the
in your hand and
this
assault
got
someone
in the
with
carpet.
them.
You look pretty.
Okay.
Do my makeup.
I need to take her to work.
I got to pay you, but I have to pay Lewis for doing my hair.
Miss
I
Tiffany,
need
we
my
on
hair
live
done.
right now. We on live. She gave me her phone to record. We on live.
Oh, I'm talking about my hair. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, excuse me then, honey.
No. I'm just telling you because you're talking and the people can hear you.
Oh, about my hair?
Both statements.
But no.
About,
No sexual
He got so much going for himself. He just got his CDL.
but I did tell him the truth.
Oh.
Yeah. She has to go. She really has to
say you a
go.
concerned person. I went through that, okay? You hear me?
Yeah.
And I'm one day I'm gonna tell my story.
You really should.
No, I went through that.
You really
Spit
should.
it on, pregnant, all that.
It's bad.
First part, social media isn't a safe space. It's not your therapist. It's not any of those things. And off top, The internet is either going to give you instant gratification, validation, but it's no long lasting solutions. What was she trying to achieve by putting that up? And then primarily, Des, what was something that you thought about when you saw that clip? How did it make you feel? What was your take on it?
Well, at first, because I'm slow, I laughed. I said, "What the hell is this?" I thought it was a prank from the gate. Um, I just thought she was trying to be funny. I didn't see any reason. I didn't see, because of her skin tone, I did not see any reason that I should be concerned about physical abuse. So, if anything, it may have just been verbal abuse or something of that nature. I'm not trying to shut down what she feels. But what I am saying is, why did it have to get on the internet? And I know that you knew that your friend went live about what you posted and what you were doing. And it's all good, but can you really handle the repercussions of what you're doing, whether it was a prank or it was real? Either way, you really put that out there in a way that you want to get the people's opinion, whether you like it or not. So yeah, that was a bit much for me. I said, "Oh my," clutch my
So,
pearls.
Twin said, I still don't understand why she posted the last video. Um, if it's this video you're talking about, I don't know why she posted it as well. But if you can hear in the background, the friends are talking in the beginning. And tonight, y'all, I'm a maid and a cleanup woman because clearly these people need the cleanup woman. And apparently, my clothes don't want to stay on. That's by the
We
way.
ain't gonna talk about that part.
That's by the way. Anyway, so apparently she gave her phone to her friends to, not even apparently, they said it. Your other friend is talking about getting her hair done and all this other stuff. I don't know about nobody else, but if there's a serious situation going on, your friend called you over there to be supportive. Why are you talking about your hair, how she did her makeup? You want your makeup done, who this person got to take to work, and all of that. I would hope that that type of in-person support never finds me. So people could take it one of two ways, because when people are online, they're analyzing everything, because we're tired of people coming online and lying. We're tired of people playing in our face for clout. If you want, just say you made up a story, but that's not the way it's coming across, right? Okay. Hey, May. So just say that that's what you did. But your friends are taking it completely unserious. So the way that I took it, that was a video that tipped me over and I was pissed because I was like, it's no way that my support system or me that I will show up for somebody and really not be giving a damn. You all talking in the background. And then when the girl says, no, I'm just trying to tell you on live. Well, excuse me. I should tell my story too. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't, because you're not a good person there supporting her. So being that you have a story, why wouldn't you be there for your friend? I don't understand. We don't want to hear no more stories, just to be fair, because you guys don't even know when to tell them. Because, like I said, ma'am, you're telling yourself your story prematurely because you want to, if I can help somebody by showing them, what, if I can be an influencer. Des, what does that word influencer mean to you? And then, guys, I have the video on my other phone. I'm going to hold it up so we can watch it while we go in. But what is your meaning of an influencer?
So an influencer to me is to influence other people to do what I'm doing. It is to influence you to have open mind, open ideas, open everything to what I'm doing. I think that it is my position as an influencer to get you to be influenced by me and what I got going on, and for you to tap into that. And so I'm very baffled as well with how you just said, why did you post this stuff so soon? You're not even done with it. You are still in the heat of it. Like your business is still out here like it ain't your business, girl. And unfortunately, we don't know him. We only know you. And you the only one putting something out here for us to know. So with that being said, I would like to know, what are you actually influencing us to do? Be a fool on the internet and tell all our business before we solve any problems? Is that's the new influence? Is that what I'm getting?
So
Just
Kiki done went from being the victim narrative to evidence of her own causing people to wonder what is going on, to sugar in the gas tank, to you weren't really bleeding. That was from you pulling out your own things and the people getting called and you leveraging that because you did not want him to leave. Supporters are now leaving. They're confused. Some are compassionate, and a lot. It looks like the general consensus at this point is like Rose said. I don't think she was lying in the first video. We all felt bad for her. We have compassion fatigue because when you saw this video, you couldn't do nothing but put yourself in her shoes because every woman has been through it. You guys have heard me talk before where I have said it's certain stories that I will not tell because they include other people. And I still love those people very much. And it's not just my story to tell. I've also said there is a story I will tell when it is over. I can't influence you about anything that I'm going through right now. The only thing I can do is jump on and say, hey guys, go through this with me, like a get ready with me versus a look at I have it perfected. The people that come on and do makeup and say, like my Queen Titi channel, y'all, I don't know how to do makeup. Let's learn this together versus I'm the makeup guru. I need brand deals. I need all of that. It's a lot more that comes with that space. And I think people are trying to jump into it too fast. But this is a perfect example of why people think that some don't take marriage seriously. Because the Bible even says what is going on is between you and your husband. Even if you're trying to become a content creator, even if you're trying to influence, even if you're trying to do any of those things, aside from if the God said that your family should not be involved, you know he didn't tell you to go on the internet. Now it'd be different if y'all was sitting side by side and said, go through this with me. But you are actually defying your marriage as well. I don't think it's a good idea. So this is the first video
But
that we
on her
heard.
defense, hold up before you go. On her defense, on one of them videos at the wedding, he said he was gonna deal with the fact that she was on TikTok the way that she was. He said he was
I
there
know,
in
baby.
support.
Let me do this for you. Let me do this for you. Let me do this for you. I don't care what new age things you all have applied. The Bible is clear. They put you up there in 3, right? Ain't nobody in
Amen.
this wedding and this marriage but me, him,
You and
and
God.
Jesus. They let you know on that day you are giving her to him, not her to them, not her to the family, not her to social media.
Period.
You can take it on after, but while you're going through it, the point is the sensitivity of that space, right? When you want to
Okay.
keep your marriage, or even if you don't, while you're going through it, if you put it out there, now you allow 32 million devils to come in and tell you what they think, make your brain go a certain way, which is what I'm going to show after this clip. What happens when you get too juiced up? Now you're thinking you're somebody that you're not because that's what made you feel good. And all of these things, we get it. It made her feel good and she needed to feel good. I'm going to go into that space as well as a fellow plus size woman, which I think all women feel this way, but I can only speak as a plus size woman because I see some things that could have went wrong if I felt a certain kind of way. I think it went so viral. She wants to keep going. Yes, it is a ego
Period.
booster as hell. Sorry, bro, I didn't see that. I would have read it first. You know, I would have. I would have got off social media for a while if her family really loved her. While she said, "Hey, record this while I'm doing it," I don't think that's a good idea, honey. I'm here to protect you. I'm not recording this.
Period.
I'm not recording this. That's what
Because
I'm
that's
going to
what
do for
should have
you.
happened. You
That's what
should have.
people that love you do. They will tell you they will help guide you in those moments. Let's take a look. I got told up. Every man that ever came in my life, I they hurt me, right? So I took 2 years. 2 years. I didn't date nobody. I didn't talk to nobody. He came in my life after blue. He came in my life after blue, right? And I said, God, he got to be the one, right? He got to be the They said, fuck my kids. I raised my kids by myself. My grandma helped me. I've been through hell and back. So you know what? This ain't his fault. The problem is, I can't take no more. That's the problem. I can't take no more. You understand? So, after seeing that, it's a couple of things that I felt give Des time to get ready to transition over. She's doing TikTok as well. She didn't badmouth him. She didn't badmouth the family at first. This was her heartfelt, and she was drinking. She said, this is my fault. And I understand that period of it going through anything. You immediately, most people start to self-reflect. Where did I make a mistake? How did I go wrong? What could I have done different? Those type of things. So if I were to see that as a family member, I don't think that I would have been triggered because no, I know I wouldn't, because I watched my brother and his baby mama go through it on the internet all the time, child. And I either stay out of it or I tell my brother, hey, this is not a good look. Take it down. Y'all have a baby together now. Don't disrespect her like that. You don't have to actually respect her all the way, but don't disrespect her. That's what the women are supposed to do. Des, when you first saw that, what did you initially think before anything else? Take yourself back to that moment before we knew everything else.
The petty side, again, I laughed. I thought she was joking. I thought she was playing, y'all. I thought the girl was absolutely just playing. I thought that she was having a moment. At first, I thought she was crazy because I was just like, what? Because I didn't catch it, right? And of course, I didn't know what was going on. I did not follow her prior to this situation. So I didn't know nothing about her. So when I saw her, respectfully, Lord forgive me, but I thought that baby had Down syndrome, and I thought she was pulling a prank on that damn internet. That's what I thought. I didn't think nothing about what she was saying. I didn't even listen to her well because I just thought it was to collect some clicks. And I understood that because that's what, we be doing on social media. So I didn't know anything. I just was looking at her, and then I had to watch it again. So I watched it twice. In the second round, I was like, well, what's going on? Other than, why is you in this dress again? That's what I thought. Why are you in this dress, Biscuit? Whether it's a prank or not, what are you doing in this dress if you want me to take it serious? And so I felt like you were drunk, but I felt like you was fake drunk. I didn't believe anything that was happening in my face in the moment of seeing that particular video.
Well, Royals, when you let strangers narrate your pain, you do lose your power and your testimony. Those are conversations that she should be having with her loved ones and people around her, because there has been, there's so much on the internet that is not really real, that are scams to get GoFundMe's, that are to go viral. Everybody knows that something like that will make you go viral. Well, what happened? 3.3 million views. She went viral. She's been creating content for some time, but nothing has been to that degree. And then, of course, because now you want to validate her, that's what happens with women. You want to validate her. You want her to make her feel good. You're going to go back to all her other videos. Queen, you look good. Don't worry about nothing. You got this. You're going to show that you're invested now because
supportive.
You're trying to be supportive. You want to run up her numbers so she can get a bag. That way she can be okay. You want her to know that she's beautiful. You want her to know everything you think that she's never known before, because there are some people. That's a crash out. Have I crashed out before? Yes, behind the scenes. I've never crashed out in that type of way.
In public, for the public.
I can't.
I've never crashed out for the public.
No, I can't. So when I do tell my story, it's going to be very matter of fact. It's going to be very Risa Tisa. It's going to be, here's the segments, here they go. You can't change the next thing I'm going to say. I really am not asking how you feel, because I'm going to be narrating to the point where I'm telling you how the fuck I feel as outside looking in now. So that's what it's going to be.
And I feel like that moment of, I just feel like sometimes we jump too fast.
So this is the next quote, and then I'm going to give it back to you. The Bible says, be still and let God fight your battles. Exodus 14:14. So you were right on point with where we are going next.
Yeah, because that's doing too much. Like, first of all, even with the Bible, it also says, "Be slow to speak, slow
Mhm,
to anger, and quick
mhm.
to listen." That's why you got two ears so you can hear. And so I'm not saying that he was right or wrong. I'm gonna say you were so infatuated with having something um that you probably have not had for a while, that you allowed things to take place and act like you could not see. That man showed you several times in the
He
videos
did.
that you gave us
He did.
that he was not interested. And it did baffle me in how he married her, or even how he supported her and took care of her, because clearly that's what the that's what you're trying to say. But she said she did not create that GoFundMe, right?
Wait, let's not do that one.
But my point is, she got money from just posting.
Mhm.
Like,
All of, all
this
of
is a
those
check
things
for
take
you.
over. All of those things take over. So this next person's opinion is how God gonna fight your battles when he's unalive. You have to fight your own battles. If that is your thing, then yes. And to be fair, the Bible does say prayer without work is dead. However, it is how you conduct it. Certain things that you do will lead to sharing your truth is different than dragging your mess before everybody else before you heal yourself. Because what you can do is cause traumas to yourself because you didn't allow yourself to go through it. You're in a very vulnerable state and you're trying to figure things out yourself. You're not allowing time for any of this to actually sit in your head, for you actually to go through it, for you actually to talk through it with your partner. You literally took every single thing straight to the internet, and that is not okay, which led to Rose point and also Dez's point. The ego went up immediately. She immediately started going out, and instead of checking her faith, nope, she went into a foolish flex. She went into doing lives. She went into doing interviews. How are you doing an interview? And then she did something else. So let's take a look at one of the other posts that come out. So here we go.
And I plan on seeing if they would allow me to have a big old meet and greet where everybody can come and we can just turn up. That's my plan. Once everything is said and done, though, I plan on everybody coming to the whatever club in Houston, whatever y'all fly out, whatever, and we all and I want the whole club. I feel like I'm gonna have the whole club filled up. I don't know why, but I feel like the whole club is gonna be filled up. Everybody gonna come. Everybody gonna come. That's what I'm thinking.
So the
My
internet
bad. Is that the hairdo
definitely
that she got the tea? The homegirl did her hair up. That
the
was
internet definitely rewards drama and it does not reward discernment or any of those things that you should actually take time to. Yes, a meet and greet. Tell me in the comments if you were going to go to her meet and greet. Let's just play.
Are
Okay.
y'all
You're
gonna go
here.
to the
So let's
meeting
play.
group?
If you were going to go to the meet and greet, what would you say to her? Or what would you be there for if you're a supporter? What would you actually Des, if you were to go to the meet and greet, you're going. We're all going. We're role playing. We're going. We're on the plane. We're going. So we're gonna show up to the meet and greet. And then what's something positive that you would be able to say to her at this meet and greet where you go?
Boy,
And
you
we're
know how to
definitely not handing
question
her
me.
a drink, but go ahead.
Listen, you sure know how to encourage me to do the right thing, girl, because I play too much. I'm like, I would never.
No, tell me whatever you would say. Don't keep it positive because okay, because that's the real thing, right? Everybody that's going might not be showing up because they showing up to do anything other than to grab content and crush your soul in your face. You opening yourself up for right. No, say whatever you would say.
So reality is, I would go and I would actually be as much encouraging as I could in my honestly in my auntie voice, because everybody swear I talk to them like I'm their mother. So in my auntie voice, biscuits, stop, please stop. Take this shit off the internet. Stop putting your life out there and actually divorce the man first. Like, that's not over, and all of that's going to go to the judge. Like, the judge is going to hear all of these things, and that's not going to play in your favor, because you are blasting this man in a manner that there's still no evidence with your blasting. You're just doing a lot of talking. And so that doesn't go together for me. So if I did go see her, I would probably give her a hug and let her know that, you're not alone in the midst of what you're going through. The reality is we're all going through something. I really wouldn't have any jokes in that moment, right? Like, because for real, if I made it to that, then I take your situation real. I take it serious. I believe you. But right now, unfortunately, because this is not an open-ended case and so many other people are involved, we are questioning not only your sanity, but the belief of the storyline. Do we believe you at all? And the interviews is priceless. I'm over it.
Rose said, I wasn't mad at the meet and greet. If she can, do it. But why would I want to meet you, girl? Why would she want to do it? And it's not healthy for her.
That's the point.
No,
Wrong.
right. No, I'm not going. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, okay. I would ask her what's her intentions for this meet and greet, because accountability is important. What exactly is it that you want from us? At this point, again, you have done it. I want y'all to know this only been a week and a half. They just came back from a cruise.
Yeah, because I was definitely looking at these dates.
Baby.
And I'm like, so are you posting late is the fuck?
No. It's only been a week and a half. And that goes to show how fast somebody can come in, and people want to have that God complex as well. They want to save the person in them that nobody saved. They want to do everything that they wish somebody would have done for them. So they in turn put themselves in her shoes and say, this is what I would have wanted done for me. So let me help. So as a result, somebody put up a fake GoFundMe. This has only been a week and a half. Somebody put up a fake GoFundMe. She comes live and says, I would never do that. I don't need anything. Well, yesterday she went live saying she put up a GoFundMe because she needs help getting away from him, because he's getting out from the DV that she is claiming. But in none of these videos has she brought up DV. When the police came, you didn't want to be taken away for DV. My response was, because you're draining my energy and you're draining I responded professionally with real advice. I said, there are domestic violence resources everywhere. At this point, you need the whole package. Throwing money at this will not help, because you can move into another place and still be attracted to him, want to be with him, want to keep your marriage. And then those of us that have been invested, what right do we have to tell her if she want to stay in her marriage? Oh, you shouldn't stay married to him. You did this or that. She don't give a damn, because that is a unity of a marriage. They can do whatever they want to. You've done all of this while this man has been behind bars. I don't understand. It's just not okay. Why didn't you bail him out, ma'am? She's taking TikTokers' generosity. Absolutely. And I don't think that is okay, because already people are donating. Again, people are bad mouthing this man, but I haven't exactly seen a video yet, aside from cheating, where he showed that she was inboxing and having a conversation with the best friend. I haven't seen anything outside of that. She did not have these other problems before. Now you need to get away from him.
These are all emotions running wild. This is
you ain't talked to him.
This ain't real to me. Like, I can't take this serious.
Because it hasn't been fleshed out. You haven't talked to this man. Again, you brought it to social media. You create more content with your tail hanging out. You prior to this, you just got a lot of work done to your body from losing weight. Congratulations. And I do hope you listen.
So that wasn't natural.
Well, to be fair, that's a whole separate thing that has nothing to do with this. What has to do with this is the money part, because she got her stomach done and somebody has said, like the loose skin, she got it done and somebody was like, oh, you bought before the GoFundMe. Oh, did you have insurance to help you? Because she got sick and got bigger. She was always smaller. She got bigger. Then she lost the weight with the sleeve, and then thus she had all of this loose skin. She got the loose skin removed. People was like, oh, asking her questions, because again, she's a content creator. Okay, what did you do to do it? Oh, I paid cash for this. You just came from a cruise. You just did all of these things, but now within a matter of a week and a half, you don't have, I don't know.
You ain't got no money. So who paid for all these trips that I keep seeing on your page who paid for this beautiful wedding that you had, because that dress was very much gorgeous.
And
Uh,
sell your wedding dress.
yeah, instead of putting it
So
on to
now you
make
want to
another
come in.
post.
No, now you want to come in saying, look at my hair. It's not even done. If I had money, I would have a bust down. Girl, I don't have no money, and this is a glueless wig. I take it back off the stand and put it on when it's time to put on. That has nothing to do with anything. To me, see, too performative. You're trying to play a role. Whether I come on looking like this, whether I come on with my red bottoms on, it has nothing to do with what's in my bank account. I bought those when I had the money for those. That doesn't matter.
Period.
When he's in jail. Yes, he just got bailed out. That's why the cousin was mad and entered the chat. And I'm about to play a video for that. Did she post on Facebook that it was a prank? No. So apparently one of the side girls created a fake page that was newer and did that, saying that it was a prank, it wasn't true, and also created a GoFundMe. She then came back, and that's the first time she went live. She never went live on her page. And she went live so we could see her face and told everybody, hey, that wasn't me. I'm good, y'all. I don't need no money. That wasn't me, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, mind you, this stuff has only been in a week and a half, 2 weeks. But let's take a look at how the cousin fired back. Think about this before we watch the cousin first. One of her complaints is the family never liked me and does not like me. So they're not of help. So listen to this clip and tell me if it has a place in what the topic is. So let's see.
They called CPS on her children. Half the family didn't even know she had children. Y'all don't find it funny that she didn't start talking about her kids until after she went viral? Neither one of them girls were in any one of her videos. Her losing her car for what? Bam has been on an oil rig for the past 20 years. She's well taken care of. She's a scammer. She also is an ex-prostitute, which I ain't, girl, get your money. But you are problematic. Your mother does not fool with you. Your father does not fool with you. That blood that was on her is because she's sick. She had just had a transfusion. She pulled a gun out on Bam. She begged Bam to come back home. The whole time she was going live, crying about him not being there, he was there. Had receipts. He was back at home in the next room. If you go to his page and look on his live, while she's live lying and he's telling her to stop, she's cussing him out.
So here's my only problem.
It's the family for me. Oh,
this is why it is very important to make sure that your slate is clean before you do certain things, or be completely ready. And here's what I like. When she went live, one of her posts that I saw, she was like, she told the story of how she started being on a particular website and making calls, and how her first call that she made was $500. And she was like, I could get all this money. Okay, great. I was trying to get money to help take care of my family. Listen, there's one thing I've ever said is, baby, if mine is hungry and if I got to save their life, I'm going to do it. Point blank, period. God, do not ever make that happen. However, I don't judge people. That's your business. What did any of that have to do with the situation at hand? Did you go to school for communication? You're a natural. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I did. I actually did. That's one of my minors in school. Thank you. Blood girl, yes, and did. So the girl went live and was like, no tears and nothing, and was smiling, child, while she was the first time I got $500, and I was like, what? This is all I gotta do? My tagline was BBW, come get this, whatever. Little moccasin, you try to embarrass her and then it didn't work. Let me tell you one thing I know for certain, and two things for sure. If he didn't like, or if the family didn't like this girl before they got together, then why did he marry her? And we all know that if a family member, if the women family don't like another woman and the man marries that woman, they make life hell for that woman. So, baby, you the last person that should be talking. No offense, because I would go for mine too. I would, but I wouldn't do it like this because what it the kids, prostitution, her background, what did any of that have to do with this man cheating? And if he takes care of her, why her car get repoed then? That don't make sense. I don't understand. Sound like you jealous because your cousin got a good job and this woman who you don't think is worthy is over there living a life and you tired of seeing her on a cruise. That's what it sounds like to me.
It sounds
That
like you wish you had a man that was like your cousin.
don't it? Jealous. So you can't really talk. If you would have came on and made it about facts, you would have made it look a lot better. But you can't say what's happening in that household. You don't live in that household. We too motherfucking grown. At this age, for me, I cannot tell what's going on in my sister's home. I can only tell you what she told me and what I was there when I witnessed it. Anybody could flip out. So I can't say that. But to be going live, talking about somebody wanting clout, but the first thing you did was pop out. Okay, nobody called for you, nobody asked you, but you came on out. Not him first, but
And
you.
it's crazy how
Mm.
the family feel like they need to speak up for him, like he can't speak up for himself, when he also went live to try to prove a point that was not necessarily proven on his live.
And it showed he was antagonizing that girl and she wanted to be left alone. He tried to secretly record her and all she said is, get away from me. You know what's going on. Well, what's going on? Ladies, y'all know if we didn't
Don't let
say
them
a
gaslight
whole
you.
book of what's going on and then they come back later talking about, tell me what's wrong. I already told you long, you're not coming so we could talk about it. You coming so you could say I'm tripping. Get out of my face and start again. He tried to secretly record her. That recording didn't make her look bad. But baby, let me tell you, y'all ready for what's next? This was the straw that broke the camel's back. This was bigger than the GoFundMe. Oh my gosh. These people have got to stop. Dear black mamas. I only know black mamas because that's what I have. That's what I've dated. Y'all have got to stop projecting. Either you want your husband and your son to be one and the same. You want your son to take care of you the way he taking care of that new woman because you've never been taken care of like that. And then you tell him some shit like all the stuff we've been through, you owe this to me. No, you owe me. You had me. You brought me into this world. Whatever I get on my own, I will gladly share with you if I love you, but I'm not going to put you before me. You brought me here, Miss Ma'am. Stop saying stuff. Watch what this mama say. All y'all doing is proving her point a little bit. Y'all making us be able to relate a little bit more. Although I want her to get her ass off the internet. You tripping. Internet interviews and shit. Here we go.
Children. If you would focus on them two nappy head children of yours and comb their motherfucking hair, Sally and Sue, Big Piggy, and Minnie Mouse, Big Piggy that sit around and eat what 5 or 6 year old weighing damn near 150 pounds. If you will focus on your fucking children, y'all, if y'all just check this background, y'all would see she ain't bought. You got a whole mama that don't with you. Your daddy delusional, big fat, cut up arm, cut up body, Down syndrome, pill popping, dope fiend daughter-in-law got going. Now, I ain't never been in a relationship where I was really cheated on because I really never gave a man a reason to cheat on me. I'm not saying that what cheating is right. I'm not saying cheating is right, but I just want the nationwide world to know.
Let
I
me
ain't
just say
saying
this.
cheating is right.
Let me just say this. In all of your insults, that shit rolled off your tongue, through your lashes, through that, with all the way to the screen. It rolled off.
It
It
was the
rolled off.
wig and them
But when it
lashes.
came to the part of, well, I ain't trying to say cheating. Well, you know, because cheating, well, you know, Why that's not rolling off your tongue? And bitch, you a damn lie. You ain't been cheated on. That means you ain't been in no relationship. The lies you
Did you
tell.
hear what
My
she said?
second grade boyfriend held hands with another girl. He cheated. You
Did
a
you hear
lie.
what she said? I ain't never gave a man a reason to cheat on me.
All these beautiful, rich, and amazing women that have been cheated on, and you mean to tell me you ain't? Girl, please,
I never gave a man a reason to
baby.
cheat on.
It's no reason for a man to cheat. It's no reason for a woman to cheat. But see, this is what happens when the friends and the family enter the chat. When you go for somebody, people have the right to go back however they want to. Now, here's where the problem comes. This is what I be trying to tell the people, right? Y'all got jobs. What's going to happen is once family beef hits the internet, especially if you're a manager or something like that, you don't think about the kids that are involved. How y'all know you done posted this girl's kids? She's posted the kids. What if they start getting teased at school? What if they start feeling like it's bad about the fact that you don't have them and they're with the grandma? Right now, maybe they don't know no better and they just think that the village is supporting the kids. Ma'am, you ruin people's reputation. You're kind of ruining your own because you're backpedaling, what they call backpedaling, and you're popping. That's not what it is. What you're going through is right now. So 1 minute you get this information, you feel this way. The next minute you consider this information, you feel this way. It can make you look like you're lying and make people further search into things that don't have that compassionate side of them. And it's not right, but it's real because you brought it to the internet. When you brought it, you should have been ready. And last, y'all not thinking about your careers. I hope you don't do anything that works with children. I hope you don't do anything that has leadership, has management, has any of those things. Because if that gets shown, ma'am, did you just talk about, girl, that was my favorite. That was the nationwide world. That's why I said you had it all together when the insults was rolling off your tongue about baby girls. You talking about them being that, you talking about their hair, you're talking about all of these things.
Nappy
What?
headed and everything. Girl, she was so disrespectful. What kills me, respectfully. It's all good, little mama having issues and everything. Okay, cool. That's life. We're going there. But you, mother of that son, ain't taught your son nothing about respecting women. He probably don't even like you, ma'am, because that wig and them lashes scream that you is hell when you wail. And so I can imagine the only reason he told you anything is because he knew you would light his woman up in such a manner that he didn't feel comfortable doing. Because not one time, other than ignoring her, have you really seen him disrespectful outside of these text messages that you're saying or whatever the case may be. But it just baffles me that you thought it was okay to get on the internet and bash those kids like that. Like, ma'am, you from hell itself. You is the
So
devil's wife.
the
That's how I
question is, so you said something, stick a pin right there. With he knew to come to you. Stick a pin right there. Do you think the mama was mad that that she was on here lying about her son? Well, I do. I think that she's mad that she brought it to the internet about the son. They're calling it lying. We don't know if it's lying or not because literally everything we found out from the text messages to the little bits and pieces that we have seen is not enough to go this big. So we really don't know what the actual thing is that made it go this big. Because even if they had an argument and he went in there trying to secretly record her or whatever, he could just be showing, oh, y'all, man, look at what I'm going through. These women be tripping. He could be having that type of profile. She really haven't said anything super bad. She hasn't actually let it come out of her mouth, DV. All she says is, I need to get out of this house so I can be somewhere safe. But she won't let the actual words come out of her mouth. So she's trying to get empathy without actually ever lying. You know those people that'll come back and be like, well, I never said that. Well, that's not what I meant. Y'all just took it that way because they know presenting it a certain way will make us think a certain way and make us help. That's what I think. I hope that's what you think too, because we haven't got a real back and forth about what's going on. And all of this stuff in this week and a half is only from her perspective. And none of those things can they tell her that they didn't happen because they don't live in the house. They just know they don't like her. And some of her behaviors are extra. And they are. To which Des said, you already said in your vows that you knew I was on TikTok and you knew I was extra. So he must like her if she extra, if he married her. But character. If I,
Period.
again, my brother and his baby mama, child, it's done been some stuff said that it's like, I don't think all of those insults went together. And where's the period and the comma? And you can't be this and this. I mean, it's bad. It's really bad. His baby mama is out of control. Out of control. I have cut off all communication. However, when I see that my brother is posting something because he's really fed up and upset, I still tell him, hey, don't disrespect her like that. It's better to just leave it alone. Ignore her because people like that type of thing versus somebody that's always been waiting for that perfect opportunity to drag your ass. And it seems like that because the things they mentioning, you didn't talk about her. You talked about her kids. In the other one, you telling about what she did before they got married. She's not a good person. By whose standards? You got glasses on your head on a recording, sunglasses, for no reason. You're performative as well. You riding this train at the expense of your cousin. Did your cousin tell you could say these things? Or did you just jump on a bandwagon? Because me and my family would have stayed silent and waited for the initial. They would have been dragged. They'd have been coming in here and unplugging stuff. Don't do that, Asia. Don't do that. They have stopped me several
And see,
times
my
from
folks would
even.
have just been helping me move. It wouldn't have been too much conversation.
It would be action to help you. I saw the first video. My opinion was some people don't like public affection. Right. I thought that too about him and her. I did. Maybe he's one of those people. But if he was looking at other women, then he's wrong. Yeah, I thought that too. But you know what's crazy is when people again, when something comes out, it can either we can see it one way or it could be weaponized. The narrative that's painted at the beginning is what makes you look at something a certain way. So where some people would be like, oh, he's just chill. He's just watching his wife dance. He ain't really tripping. He's not like her. She's up dancing and shaking her butt in front of him, but he's chill, enjoying his drink like a boss. Then some people would be like, oh, I would have been up dancing with her. They won't take into account maybe he's shy. He's not like that. You'll see it the way they're telling you to see it. And I think you onto something. That may be where the family is getting upset because the comments is driving this. So people in the comments are writing a lot of bad stuff. Yeah, you think so, Des? You think it's driven
I
by
know
the
so. It's
okay,
always
go ahead.
about the comments.
Go ahead.
It ain't never about the post itself. I'm sorry. Baby, you could post Jesus is coming tomorrow. And if them comments go haywire about Jesus coming tomorrow, that post is finna go viral and it's finna go out of whack. And it's going to go out of the intentions because the intention was just to tell my story. Where it went from there, on the other hand, was for the world to have an opinion about my story. Well, I just don't know what part of when you post it to the internet for the world that you don't realize the world does respond. And then let's be clear, respectfully, all your posts are recent.
Because they
Ain't
just came from
nothing,
the cruise, for
ain't
real.
nothing from in history on your page because I went to go be nosy today because I had to. I just had to because I said, now world, what is this? Like, Lord
She
God,
cleared some out because last night I went back to 2024. I did go back
okay.
to, yeah, she cleared it out.
Because I'm just like, girl, where is like, did everything happen overnight? And and now we're here?
It's been a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It
but it's
really
been
has.
longer than that. It's just this is
No,
when
what I'm
you
saying is they
decided to
just came
share
from the
this with
cruise.
us.
Right. Well, no, because according to her, she's just now finding this out. And the messages she showed from the friend, um, she found out after whatever the initial thing was that tipped her off. That's what I'm saying. These videos ain't showing enough at the beginning to tell and paint the story because I don't believe that's where she was trying to go with the story. I believe where she was trying to go is how could this happen to me after 6 months of marriage? that my marriage has to end. I thought I was making a good decision. She had a lot of I statements. She didn't come on this nigga, not nothing.
She did
Uh,
it.
he did this, that, and the other. That's why I'm like, how could the family go so far? Except once that video went viral and so many people went back to her other videos, and then you too pretty for him anyway. He don't deserve you. He ugly. Although we're too old, y'all. That don't matter. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. And some of y'all relationships might not be working out because that's what you're looking at. Vanity is something else. But
And
attraction, you can't
ugly
tell me what
still
I'm
winning.
attracted to.
Ugly is
Girl.
still winning.
Exactly. But I think that's what happened. So all these people went back to her other videos because I went through them because I wanted to see, to your point, what can I see that shows me how they are? It looks like sometimes he's cool with making content with her. Sometimes she's not. That's the way my husband was. Sometimes he was okay with making content. Sometimes he just didn't fucking feel like it. But you're not the content creator. So I don't mind. But I always offer. Hell, I offer y'all. And I'll be like, hey, I know this topic is something you might like. Do you want to jump on? You either say yes or no.
Period.
What's wrong with that? But on the comments, they going in on him. And then so many people told her, you should create a GoFundMe so you could get out there, have your own and start over. But if you was doing it on your own before, going on cruises, living your best life, then what is
Because you
different?
had a passport, Biscuit.
Yes, and then back and forth, and then just book the impromptu one. This is the most recent stuff. So how did you go from that at the beginning of October to a week and a half later, you showing up looking like you need money? What does it look like when you need money? I don't like performative stuff, so I'm not sending a dime. I think they want a peep. They do. They do. And I don't like it when people say that, oh, they're copying me. Oh, it's for clout. I thought when you influence people, they do the things that you do because you're influencing them to do something good. That's what I thought. And I also thought that when you are a content creator, you want people to bring awareness to your post. So they do things like mirror that so that it brings more people to your stuff as well. I thought that's what you did. I did. But they said she was looking for clout and just wanted to be TikTok famous, which she actually put work into and was kind of working towards. And then you didn't like something she said, and you put your sunglasses on your head and your good weave and your breasts out, and you're pretty. You are. And you sat right there in the camera with your breast front and center, with your hair done, and you talked about her like she, she's horrible. Pretty. I mean, now TikTok, okay. I was telling Dez earlier from a business side. I told you my clothes keep wanting to come off. That is just horrible. While we talking about prostitution. However,
over here selling this costume.
so maybe clothes do just fall off. That's by the way. I don't know. So, anywho, you start talking about what this girl did from before. TikTok is not the place to blast people. It's not. Them investigators find stuff in 2.2 seconds. And they gonna be on it. You better hope you don't have nothing in your past, Miss Ma'am. And I hope you don't. Because again, as a cousin, I would be supportive as well. But I would not step over the bounds of marriage. Marriage just changes so much for me. I would not defend my cousin because nobody is calling his job, trying to get him fired. You're not getting threats. At this point, it's very much supportive of her because that's how she put it out there. It wasn't a lot of trying to get to him. And we didn't see a lot of videos where she's bad mouthing him. I haven't seen him. And I looked on her page. I did, and I didn't see him. Maybe she said something alive that I missed. But victimhood is real, and it can also be a self-sabotage. Do I believe that her and the dude got into it? I do. I believe you guys was arguing back and forth. I heard you when you cussed as well when you was in the bed. I, in particular, don't. But I don't like to escalate stuff, child. I'm 5'4". I don't have time for that 6'7" man to throw
Right.
me down.
I don't want to give a man a reason to put
I
his hands
don't.
on me.
I don't. So I don't. But
Although I mean, because we can walk around here and believe that we are just untouchable all we want to.
and
That
I
sounds
do
good.
like a little chihuahua, and I'm
I
gonna get
mean,
thrown
and that's
somewhere one
all
day.
good, but in serious situations, you do not know what you're triggering when you run up on no grown ass man and or male. let's just say a male. I don't want to put a male in a position where he feels that he needs to defend himself against my little ass compared to him or
Right.
his strength. I don't want to do that with you, bruh. And so therefore, I don't listen. If you getting your ass whooped respectfully, ma'am,
But
how
she's
many
not. She never said nothing
that's what
about
I'm
that.
saying.
And
So
that's
why
not
you call the
fair.
police on that man for that?
Yeah,
That's
or
why
if the
that's
neighbors
why the
call.
family going ham. Because ma'am,
That's
we
not fair to put
already
that
have
out there on a
enough
man.
against our own people. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This is where I'm at. There's enough going on against our own people, and there's definitely enough going on against our men. We don't just bash them because they're not good men in relationships. They're not being able to be good men in life. They're not being able to be productive and useful. And then to put this on him, and he has a good job, girl, you is wrong. You wrong as fuck. And I don't care. Like, I'm not saying that he supposed to be beating on you. No one's saying that.
But
But
she
I am
didn't say
saying,
that.
huh?
She didn't say he beat on her. All of this is play on
What we
words.
call the
That's
police for?
right. That's what I'm saying. All of it is a play on words. Here, record this. Somebody that loves you won't put their hands on you. Well, guess what, man? Somebody that loves you won't put sugar in your gas tank either. Somebody that loves you won't jump in front of you when you're trying to leave so that things can calm down. Somebody that loves you won't intentionally trigger you or your family. They will defend themselves, but they won't initiate these things. Somebody that truly loves you, you guys can be provoked too. And I feel like, again, it's a play on words. She never said in that clip, I don't want to I don't want him to get in trouble for what he did to me. She said, I don't want him to go
She
in
said,
because of
I
me.
don't want to be the one. That's what she said. I
That
don't
part.
want to be the one.
Because I'm the
Meaning,
victim. I'm the victim. All she
I'm the
wanted the video to
victim.
show is that I'm the victim and I would never want anything to happen to my husband.
And it's
That's the way that
baffling to
I
me
see
that
it.
she said that like that. Because what do you mean you don't want to be the one? How many is it?
That's what I'm saying. You playing games.
The
What
fuck?
she's saying is y'all do it, but I won't do it because if you do it, then I could say that I didn't do it, and I could say no.
So
So
you want to
again,
throw rocks and hide your hand.
boom. So why do you stayed there? You wanted your husband back. They said they have proof that she wants him back and all of those things, which is why she put the sugar in the gas tank on the way out. He was trying to catch an Uber to go
Who's
to his
that?
mom's house. Um, that I
Hold
can
on, catch your Uber.
Yeah, because she put sugar in the gas tank. So he was trying to catch an Uber to leave. And that's when this happened. So if he has proof of an Uber on his phone, again, we haven't seen no receipts yet because he got taken in. How did you end up staying in so long as well? What happened if you didn't just get right back out? We have a lot of questions. What took y'all so long to bail him out while you online talking? How you didn't bail him out right away so he could get back to work? No, let me play it again real quick, friend, because let me show you. It's the theatrics. Tell me if you guys see theatrics. We're going to play this again, and then we're going to close it out. Playing this again because it's not fair. I don't not believe her. I just don't believe it happened the way she's trying to insinuate that it happened so that people will feel sorry for her for a reason. Because again, she didn't actually say she's a victim of DV. Let's watch.
I don't want to be the one. No, my dad took it already.
Okay,
Yeah,
your
he
dad
took
took
it.
Let me just summarize this for you. Okay. Love is when you love somebody, you don't assault that person
For real, it's bad.
to the point that
Girl,
grabbing a knife
want this grinded that the
in your
lady
hand
I want
and
this
assault
I put in
someone
the
without
carpet.
protecting them.
You look pretty.
Okay.
Do my makeup.
I need to take her to work.
I got to pay you, but I have to pay Lois for doing my hair.
Miss
I
Tiffany,
need
we
my
on
hair
live
done.
right now. We on live. She gave me her phone to record. We on live.
Oh, I'm talking about my hair. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, excuse me then, honey.
No. I'm just telling you because you're talking and the people can hear you.
Oh, about my hair?
Both statements.
But no.
About,
No sexual
He got so much going for himself. He just got his CDL.
but I did tell him the truth.
No.
Yeah. She has to go. No, she really has to
say you a
go.
concerned person. I went through that, okay? You hear me?
Yeah.
And I'm one day I'm gonna tell my story.
You really should.
No, I went through that.
You really
Spit
should.
it on, pregnant, all that.
It's bad.
Okay, so again, she told them to record this. You then posted it, but you did not have any context behind it. And within this video, I'm pretty sure that you had it posted because I want to be the victim. And you are, if something happened. And then you also want it to be noted that I love my husband and I don't want anything to happen to him. I don't want him to go to jail. So in the midst of that, then you later come back and say you need money from GoFundMe so that you can relocate because he got out and you're just so scared. He got out of the place that you didn't want him to go into. So how are you? It can be taken that way. And I could just tell you this. You can't pray for deliverance, meaning your marriage to be saved, things to be better, working it out, and all of those things while you ignite a fire by putting sugar in a tank. God don't bless messy. He doesn't. You need to sit down and talk to your husband. So in the closing segment, we're going to talk about the takeaways and the things that you should do to protect your marriage. I don't agree with protecting your marriage so much that you put yourself in danger. I don't. I don't even agree with protecting your marriage so much that you don't tell somebody what's going on so they can help you keep your thoughts aligned. On those moments where things have happened in my marriage and it has made me want to what do they call that? Crash out. I had to remember this is not my boyfriend. This is my husband. So even if I feel like this happened or all of this looks like this, did I ask him? Did we talk about it? What good is it going to do to crash out? Because this is my forever person, is how you're supposed to look at marriage, right? Not, oh, if they don't say what I want them to say, they could just go. I don't care. No, you want to do it in a way that is healthy. You want to tell somebody around you that will be a good steward of your heart and your love, that will even tell you that if you want to leave after whatever happened, that there's a proper way to leave. That union, you went to God and asked you to have a union. Pray for deference. Pray for, I'm sorry, not deference. Pray for being able to understand and hear God. It's impossible for her to hear God at this moment with all of this noise. And that's who she's looking to. She says she has her Bible in her hand. So when I make references to God, I would never disrespect somebody's beliefs. Your beliefs are the Bible. You said every time you come on, your Bible is right there in your hands. Don't play with the Bible like that. Don't. When the truth comes out, they're gonna be on her like they was for that girl who pretended. It's going to be bad because there are a lot of insinuations. You're tugging at people's hearts. Now is not the climate to pull on people's heartstrings when, I don't receive public assistance, but there are people that are really struggling. It's layoffs everywhere. It's all of these things happening. And you may have a single mother that just got out of domestic violence and she donates her last $5 to you because she wants she wants to help and pay it forward. I don't think people can, when the ego gets out of control, I don't think they consider the reality of how you may really be impacting somebody. And it's not okay. It's really not. And she don't give a shit. So for this, we're going to go back and forth and say something that we have learned. We'll give 3 points each. So for me, my first one is, while I understand that there are some people that, this is what my analogy is of her. I have never been that girl that was the girl. And she has said, I have always been done wrong in my relationships, and people don't show up for her. What she is getting out of this is she is getting attention. People are showing up for her. People are rallying for her. People are telling her that she's beautiful, that she's worthy. They want to meet her, and she would have an opportunity to be out with people. She did a lot of solo trips before. So in the midst of her own insecurities and not feeling good enough herself and not feeling pretty enough herself, all of these things are filling a void that she always wishes that she had. And so it's giving her the opportunity to do things she haven't done before, even back to high school, like having that it boyfriend or that it relationship. She's still longing for those things. She needs therapy to get out of those, chasing the what you wish would have happened back then and creating a better life. Because this ain't it. Hurting that man like that. You probably wanted to have that back and forth drama relationship like Keisha in school on Belly. The hood love that you wanted. You wanted things that are not exactly healthy, but you think that they were cute. because you're trying to do that now. And it took a left and went really bad, like that kidnapping situation. She didn't do it thinking it was going to go that far, but it did. I thought a meet and greet was to meet a person and talk. It's supposed to be to meet the person, and you usually like do a presentation at the beginning, like a panel talk, or you meet and take pictures. But that's people that are known. You're very right. If it's something you're doing for the first time, you want them to meet you and learn more about what you do. And you kind of talk on a panel where they can ask questions and get to know you like that. And then it may flip over to the other part. But that
You're
is what
supposed
you're
to have
supposed
some resolution.
you're supposed to have some substance and be
There's
offering
supposed to be some
something.
resolution behind a meet and greet because it is supposed to be a conversation. And I am supposed to tell you about my story and how I overcame what I went through and where I ended up from there. Ma'am, you ain't got there yet. So what you are doing is only, I pray, not hurting yourself as much as you really are about to, because this is way bigger than it looks. And unfortunately, this is some emotional trauma,
Yes.
some physical trauma, some
Verbal.
mental trauma that I
Mhm.
do not understand why you are okay with putting that on yourself. This is not someone else doing to you. This is what you did. I am so private that you'll never know when I got a man. You'll for sure never know I got married. And you'll definitely not never know when we get in a divorce because I am that in private. And unless my relationship is making me money to not be private.
I think that's what she's trying to do. Oh, you
Is
rather
my
sacrifice your
money.
mental for that though?
But you're not ready because what happens is the reason why you ain't supposed to go dancing on the devil's playground, Biscuit, is because once you tiptoe over there, he can snatch your ass up. Okay, however he sees fit, because you opened the door and allowed certain things. There, I mean, when I tell you this conversation goes way bigger than this moment, but it's for everything. The idea that you're posting on the internet to get my throat opinion that shouldn't even matter. Mm. My opinion shouldn't even matter. What I think, what I say. And let's be clear, it doesn't matter because you will fight me and defend that man like it's like for your last breath and,
Right.
and let him whoop your ass and embarrass you. So for me,
But he didn't do those
but
things.
that's
So
the point. So for me, because we don't know if he did or did it, we don't really
right.
know nothing but
We
what
know
you
to this
chose
point
to
we haven't
share.
seen it, is what I mean.
What you share it. You understand what I'm saying? So, however we receive you, Biscuit, is because of what you shared. Whether I got your back, whether I dog walk you, whether I got his back, it still all got to do with what you decided to post.
Right.
When you should have kept that because it's your marriage to your MF self. Okay? Because some shit just ain't for the world to see.
Protect your legacy.
And
It's
then not to
permanent.
mention, let's be clear, Biscuit, you want him home. That means you're way more forgiving than me. What do you mean by that, D? I mean that you have involved D into your life where D ain't never been married. If you ask D, D ain't never been in no damn relationship. But yet you want D's opinion about your marriage. You sound like an idiot that don't want to be married like D. My God.
Not everybody wants to be married. I think some people want to have the wedding and they want to be able to say, my man, my man, my man. And they want to be able to post their man and they want to be able to do those things. And there are couples that do it in a healthy way. And that's just something that they want. Their whole mindset is, I want to be in a ministry of showing good love. We have marriage ministries at church. We have groups that inspire people and say, walk through this walk with me and show that. But there's still a part you keep to yourself. I don't think the tears are because of what she did. I'm sorry. I do think the tears are because of what she did, not because of her husband. Because why she put sugar in his tank if she's trying to get away from him? That's my whole point. The things she's sharing are
Well, she did
counterproductive.
also share that she is bipolar is the entire fuck registered.
So, okay,
Look,
if we're
registered.
saying that, knowing and sharing that you are bipolar is not an excuse as well, because as a family member who has a family member that is bipolar, if you take your medicine, then those episodes do not happen. We're going to put that aside, because what you didn't say is, I ran out of my medicine, I didn't take my medicine, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. For the most part, it does. Can it happen outside of that? Of course. But what we're not going to do is pretend like, because you did have alcohol. What we're not going to do is pretend like you still can't just be upset because of what you found out, and that was the reason for the crash out. Like, she never said any of those things. But what she does say is, he know I don't have no sense and stuff like that. Stuff that a lot of us say, but we also say, I don't have no sense, so I'm trying to work it out, girl. I'll be standing over here and I just keep my mouth shut, or I do X, Y, and Z. Again, you have bigger fish to fry. And and what you really did, I really don't think this has anything to do with it either. To your point, I think she was crying because her content would be over. If they started behaving a certain way, the little bit that you got him to do, he wouldn't do. So what you did was, you weaponized your followers. You made it so that, your ministry could be, oh, look at me. Look at what happened to me because of marriage. And I believed in God, and I didn't do anything for 2 years. And I waited because that's the part that took people over. I waited for 2 years. I was minding my own business. And so for him to come from me, I knew that this was the person. God, this must be the person. Here's what I didn't hear her say. In those 2 years I was working, because how did, unfortunately, baby, how did your kids get taken away? Because you're saying a lot of I. If in those 2 years you truly took time to say, let me get this together, from what you're showing us, you got your skin removed, you started going on more solo trips, you put a lot of effort into the way you look and being on social media and your tail being out and all of those things, but it doesn't look like,
It
again, for
don't look
somebody who
like
posts
you
all the
broke.
time, yeah, it don't look like your focus is your children. And for somebody that posts all the time, they are looking for those other things. And you could very well not post them. And your answer could be, but I never want my kids on there. You could say
But you
that.
posted them
But
eating some food without no seasoning. Girl, bye.
so again, what you showed is I don't,
In
we
marriage
don't.
is we.
And if you had those 2 years, you would have stories up and stuff up about what you were doing to work on yourself, not just that you were partying, going on solo trips, again, caring about your appearance. That's where I'm getting my conclusion from. It didn't show I'm journaling. It didn't show I'm working on my career. It didn't show I'm reading this book. I'm being a girl's girl. Like something that is tangible and makes sense and impacts. You didn't, I'm going through therapy. It didn't show any of those type of things. So one would question what your motives are. They just would, because nobody saw the break in when your kids went to stay with your grandma. You didn't have tears and say, you guys help me, I'm trying to do my best. And it's all because you put it out there, honey. That's why the title of this is about how expensive it is to put yourself out there when you are not ready. You knew by going to put on that wedding dress and having that bottle in your hand, child, you knew that most of your followers was going to be able to say, this happened to me. I could, this is what, if I could have crashed out, you doing exactly what I would have wanted to do, but I could never do it. So I feel sorry for
Exactly.
you,
Like
girl.
I
It
can't do
tipped you.
it.
Yours must be even worse than mine, because yours made you say play.
That part. Yours made you say record. I'm not here for that. Like I am too private for that. And I might have a moment. Listen, I might have a moment on these lives because you are intentionally in that very moment getting me,
Right. Right.
right? You're getting me and my opinions and my concerns, of course, and my passion for whatever we're talking about. But to take out the time to record
Get dressed.
anything that makes me look like a fuck nigga ain't gonna work out for me.
See, everybody has their right. So, oh,
Baby, the only reason why y'all can see me right now doing these braids is because I can do yours too. Not because of any
there
other
it is.
reason. No, I
And
don't
that's
want to
authentic.
do.
That's real.
But the realest shit is, oh, she got skills with that too.
Right.
Oh, let me use her. Because other than that, you sound crazy to me. And I wouldn't even show y'all that I had these skills if I didn't want to use them. That's just the reality of things.
Just
Yeah.
pause before you guys post. That's one of the things that I actually learned when I became a part of management, because back then emailing was heavy, right? And you would go back and forth or whatever. Something that I learned was to always have a Word document open and write my email on the Word document,
And copy
let
it.
it sit there, and go away from the computer, like go to lunch or something. Then come back, read it again out loud, and determine if I want to copy that and put it over there. Because the intent was to get it out the way you thought you could best do it. Yeah, you'll notice some stuff in there, like I said, this and that, and you're not supposed to talk about like that at work. But it taught me, this was before social media was like this, but it taught me to take a minute. It taught me that some of your feelings are normal. And what I mean by some and normal is some are completely based on emotion of not facts. Is if I saw this, then I wonder what else could have happened, and your brain goes there. You saw your friend and him interacting, your brain could have easily went to they done slept together. I left her in my house. Any of these things could have occurred, and it didn't have to be that. But although I think the messages were not in line to begin with, but again, you go to this whole place and you respond in that way, and then people can't follow you, and then one minute you grocery shopping saying, girl, believe in yourself, love yourself. And then the next one you say, it's just too much. That's not keeping it real. That's not. That's a little bit too much because you're not getting counsel. You're not, but what you're doing is you're getting comment section therapy. And that's
Mm,
never gonna work. And what you'll
ever.
also get make us mad because see, I posted where to go to get help 32 times. You're not responding. You're talking about the flashy stuff. Oh, Risa Tisa reached out to me. You sent something to Tia Kemp, Yunti, for her to call your ex, your husband, which is interesting because if they say he just got bailed out, then how did Yanti call him?
Okay. When I tell you the story don't be adding up, the story just don't be adding up. It just don't be
On
adding
that
up.
note, I'm done. I swear, I promise y'all. I just thought of that. That doesn't make
It's a family affair. Don't play with me. All y'all in on it. Do you understand me? And all y'all in
girl.
on it, and
Yes,
all y'all trying to get a check. Quit
immediately
playing
reached
with
out to
me.
Yanti. Immediately reached out to Yanti. I saw Yanti's clip saying, "Yeah, I saw that poor girl. I can't believe he did this to her. Yeah, I got her message. I got to get back to it, and she did it." But part two tomorrow. This is the topic we doing tomorrow because I need to do part two because I can't believe I just thought about that. How is that possible that you sent something to her to reach out to him and she actually did it if he just got bailed out and the cousin said he'd be right there with her.
The whole time. He be on his live and she be on hers, acting like as if to say they is not partners in this shit. And the next thing you know, we gonna see them hoes happily married down the street, rich as the fuck, playing on our top. That's how I really feel. Mama included, auntie too, cousin as well. Stop playing with me.
I believe the cousin when you played that video. Oh yes, the cousin wasn't lying about the previous lifestyle, about that he makes the money. He the girl validated that. That's why I'm saying she's playing that fine line between lying and things like that. I'm gonna see if I could find the video. If you happen to follow me on TikTok, comment on the announcement for this show. So then when I find it, I could tell you because I like following up with people because we in this together, child. Because over here, we talk about stuff after we sit back for a minute. I take my own advice and we pay attention and we say, this is what I think. Now, when something initially comes out, we got to pay attention first because you can find things like what I just did. And when we talk it through, how did she
Period.
do that? That don't make sense.
You gotta make it make sense.
What's my TikTok?
Okay.
Melanin Madam also. It's Melanin Madam also. Yes, because we come. So I do the next show on Tuesdays. Tomorrow, Ro will be on. I'm pretty sure that Des will join us. We're going to pick up this topic because now I have a different point of view because of what we have discussed tonight. Child, this is crazy. And this is the other side of DV. When a claim could look false, you don't know who to believe. But at least you feel comfortable enough to know the time that like we're not on a ticking time bomb and she's in trouble. I don't believe she's in trouble with my whole heart, because if she was, people will drive over there to record,
This
but
would
you
hit
can't go
different.
stay with them.
This would hit different.
And oh, did you notice? Okay, so this is the last thing before we leave, and then I'm gonna let Des, my bestie, close us out, and then I'm gonna take these notes for tomorrow's show because it's two things. How did Yunti get involved? Risa Tisa done reached out. We know Risa told her to shut her tail up because Risa came on and told her story after. And then last, the other thing is they said, "Where's the pow pow?" And she said, "My daddy came and got it." So your dad came and got it and left. He didn't stay there to protect and defend you or nothing.
Sounds like lies to me.
In a state where you can have a pow pow, why your daddy need to come and get it and then leave? We can't do this. Okay, this was a great show. I wasn't bored. Thank you, baby. We're gonna be back tomorrow. And child, we're coming back tomorrow. Des, where can they find you?
Y'all can find me on TikTok, Desiree Winbush Design Delicious Designs, Instagram, Delicious Designs, Facebook, Delicious Designs, YouTube, Delicious Designs. Biscuit, it's delicious everywhere you go. It's always gonna be delicious. And we keeps it 100 with you. Yeah, we do.
We really do. And it's like, when you have a conversation in the living room with your girlfriends or y'all call on Facebook and y'all just, or on FaceTime, and you just have a conversation and then you back into some things, but you talk like your good aunties, the aunties that came over and you be like, I want to be like my auntie when I grow up because she had a ring on every finger, or she had her French roll in, and she has sense. You didn't notice she probably just came from flattening her boo's tires because she don't have sense, but she did it with class. No judgment.
And we never knew about it. It
Not
was a
till we was
secret.
grown. Not till we was grown. So everybody, make sure you go over to Amazon and check out the journal coloring books made for our other Melanin Royals. I did drop the price for Black Friday, so until the end of the year, the price will be $12.99 per book.
Let me go give me some more.
So enjoy them, buy them as gifts, and enjoy your healing journey. Make sure you follow me on all platforms and share the live. I will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Have an amazing night. Bye.